Dr. Bob. I figured I'd take a minute or two of your time to explain something that's going to be very important. For those of you that listen to sports radio, I want you to pay attention to what I'm about to say because this is going to be very important for you, and this could affect the way you listen to sports radio. So here we go. Starting on August 5th, which is a Monday, AM 560 and 790 are going to be swapping program lineups here in the South Florida radio market. WQAM AM 560 is going to become an ESPN radio station. So it's going to be carrying programs like the Dan Le Batard Show, the Stephen A. Smith Show, and a couple of other programs that ESPN carries, including some play-by-play coverage of college football and Major League Baseball, including the World Series and all playoffs. Meanwhile, AM 790, which was the ESPN station, is now going to be affiliated with CBS Sports Radio. Unfortunately, I don't have a CBS Sports hat or a CBS hat of any kind to show to you. So if anybody knows where I can get one, that'd be appreciated. But anyways, 790 AM is going to be affiliated with CBS Sports Radio, and it's going to air programs like Scott Farrell and Amy Lawrence during the late night and overnight hours, as well as CBS Sports programming on the weekends, where it was originally heard for a long time on AM 560, WQAM, which is going to be rebranded as 560 The Joe. Still going to be an ESPN station. Now here's the catch. Joe Rose is going to stay with 560 WQAM as the morning show host along with Zach Krantz. He'll be there from 6 to 10 a.m. every weekday morning, just as he was when 560 was a CBS Sports station. Dan Le Batard, however, is going to be moving to AM 560 WQAM, also known as The Joe, starting tomorrow, Monday, August 5th, which means that the local portion of his show is going to be discontinued. But they are going to let him do his last local broadcast on August 5th at 9 a.m. on AM 790 before the transition to 560 WQAM, also known as The Joe. So, with that being said, AM 790, now that it is no longer an ESPN radio station and is now affiliated with CBS Sports, as was the case with WQAM, AM 790 is going to focus on more local-oriented content, including Jonathan Zaslow, who was the morning host there. He will now be in middays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And Channing Crowder's show from AM 560 is going to move to AM 790, and he will be heard weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 p.m. Now, he's also, I've seen that he's also going to reportedly be on both AM 560 and 790, maybe to help ease the transition. He's going to be on AM 790 from 2 to 6 p.m. and 560 from 3 to 6 p.m. I guess to kind of help people get acquainted with the transition. And then, of course, AM 790 is doing CBS Sports programming overnights and on weekends. To summarize, a basic short summary, AM 560 and 790 are pretty much swapping frequencies. Some personalities are staying behind. I know one person was let go. 560 is going to become ESPN. 790 will take CBS Sports. Now, in terms of play-by-play coverage, AM 560, which is now an ESPN-affiliated radio station, is going to keep its contracts with the Miami Dolphins, the University of Miami Hurricanes, and the Florida Panthers for the foreseeable future. And AM 790, which is now a CBS Sports radio station, is going to keep their contract with the Miami Heat. Now, in addition to the contract that AM 560 has with the three teams that I mentioned previously, they will also be carrying other college football games that ESPN has, as well as Major League Baseball, the National Basketball Association, and other things. They may even pick up some coverage from Westwood One, depending on how that works out. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer them as best as I can. Just know that these changes will take effect August 5th, 2019, which is coming up here. So if you're looking for Dan Le Batard, not 790 no more. 560 a.m. Joe Rose is still at 560 a.m. Channing Crowder is now at 790 a.m. And he's also going to be with 560 a.m. I don't know how long that's going to last, but it's probably going to help with the transition to the new formats. Stephen A. Smith is going to be now heard on 560 a.m. ESPN Radio is at 560 a.m. And CBS Sports is now at 790 a.m. for your convenience. 6:40 a.m. in the Palm Beaches is going to be a Fox Sports radio station still. They're going to carry their affiliation with the New York Yankees. I've also heard that they might be carrying New England Patriot games coming up in the fall, as well as they also serve the Palm Beach area with Florida Panthers and Miami Hurricanes. 9:40 a.m. is going to be your home for the Marlins and the Florida Gators, as well as maybe some coverage on Westwood One. I'm not entirely sure. They're also going to be home to some Fox Sports programming. I know that 6:40 a.m. also has contracts with NBC Sports Radio and the Motor Racing Network for NASCAR. So we'll see what happens there. Shouldn't be any changes with 6:40, though. This is mainly concerning the other two channels. So that's pretty much it. Leave your questions in the comments, and I shall try to respond to you as best as I can. Thanks for watching. Oh, and also let me know where I can get a CBS Sports Radio hat. Kind of looking for one of those. Or a CBS hat in general. I'm just looking for one.